this is where I think it's so important for threat intelligence to be timely, accurate, and relevant because oftentimes most organizations have threat intelligence teams and they're monitoring for, let's say, again, I'll just use American Airlines, okay? I'm monitoring for any dark web form that someone's saying American Airlines, right? So I get an alert when you're being talked about. But oftentimes these threat actors they're smart and they know how these companies operate. And so they try to be a little bit less obvious about what they're selling. And sometimes what they're selling is real credentials. Like, so you'll deal with like insider threat. So they might reach to an organization like Sony, for example, and say, hey, I reached an employee at Sony and ask them to give up their credentials for a certain amount of money. And that employee might do that, right? Which is actually becoming more and more common, which is something that we're thinking more about in 20 as we move to 2026 is insider threat. But from that, so they have these credentials and they're selling it online. They know not to say, I have Sony. They'll say, I have, big company. This they make this much in revenue. This is their employee account. This is where they are based. So Sony might not get that notification, right?